My name is Sarah Fernandez, and this is my husband, Eric. Eric and I were told that our infertility issues were not easily solved ones, and without either a miracle or a whole bunch of science, starting a family the good old-fashioned way was just not in the cards for us. We love kids, so we started exploring all of our options to grow our family. We both came to the conclusion that becoming foster parents or resource parents was the right choice for us.
We started looking into different avenues of becoming foster parents, and we kept hearing wonderful things about Angel's foster care.
We have been Angel's foster parents for almost 6 years now. After our first 3 placements in June of 2017, we were placed with our sweet baby boy, Ezra Lionheart Fernandez. Ezra was born a micro preemie at Marion Medical Center, weighing only 1 pound, 7 ounces, and born at 24 weeks gestation, 16 weeks before his due date. Being born so early, Ezra had a mighty uphill battle, but he fought every challenge like a true lion-hearted warrior. He was so small that he would just fit right inside my shirt. Eric and I were learning as much as we could about NICU life. After close to 3 months, Ezra was doing amazing and was about to get discharged from the Marion NICU when things took a turn for the worst. He developed some intestinal issues and had to be helicoptered to Valley Children's Hospital in Madera. He had to undergo quite a few emergency surgeries, and the first one, he was so fragile that the medical team was afraid he wasn't even going to make it downstairs into the operating room. So they turned his NICU room into an emergency surgical room for his first 5-hour surgery. We were told that we needed to say our goodbyes to him that night because he wasn't going to make it more than a few hours. But once again, Ezra showed everyone what a true fighter he was. After 3 weeks of being fully sedated on countless medications and breathing machines, Ezra was conscious again, breathing on his own, and we were meeting with the medical team to see what the next steps were going to be. He had come through his second 5-hour surgery like a true champion.
Those first few weeks at Valley Children's Hospital were a whirlwind, but our Angels team and our family and friends were right there along with us.
Our Angel social worker, Jennifer, came up to visit us numerous times while we were in the hospital. It was looking like he was going to get to come home from the hospital. But then Ezra suddenly took a turn for the worse. Doctors discovered that he had suffered severe brain damage from all the trauma to his body, and he was having up to a couple hundred micro seizures a day. We were told we only had 24 hours left with him. However, we were still living in that hospital room a week later with Ezra. He was not done fighting or snuggling yet.
Ezra, still being our foster child and not adoptive child yet, the amount of hoops that had to be jumped through and the mountains that had to be moved was overwhelming and exhausting.
After so much planning, paperwork, and approvals, we were finally able to bring Ezra home with us. Michelle Arntz, who founded Angel's Foster Care, even became one of our at-home nurses. We got to enjoy 2 beautiful months at home with him.
Our most special memory of Ezra was we got to take him to Avila Beach, and it was the perfect day. The weather was beautiful, the sun was shining, the waves were just beautifully glistening. Ezra got to take a nap on the sand and just fully relax. So I work on a NASA contract out of Vandenberg Air Force Base, so we support all of the launches out there. And on this day, there just happened to be a launch at the exact time that we were there. So Ezra and I went down to the water, and I kind of figured out where the launch was going to come from, and sure enough, we just got to see it coming up right there off the point at Vandenberg Air Force Base, and that was just so cool that me and him got to share a launch together, and I'll never forget that day. It was the perfect day.
We were able to spend Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all together as a family, which is something we honestly didn't think was going to be possible. After Ezra passed in January of 2018, our Angels family was still there with us and so supportive.
But our story doesn't end there.
After taking some time off, we received a phone call from Jennifer saying that there was a healthy little baby boy born that was in need of a forever family. We said yes, and in February of 2019, we were able to finalize his adoption, and now Lucas Raymond Fernandez is a part of our family forever. And in spring of 2020, we got another surprise phone call, this time about a little baby girl, and we said yes once again, and hopefully by the end of this year, we'll be able to finalize her adoption too. We can honestly say that Angels Foster Care isn't just an agency, but they're a family, and their love and care for these children is so incredibly vital to Santa Barbara County. Our Angels team has always been right there with us, loving, protecting, and fighting for these kids. Santa Barbara County is truly a better place because of Angels Foster Care.